And that's what I am thinking in my mind. I'm thinking, Stalin, Joseph Stalin, are you out of your mind? You wanted to create an army like this and you ordered them to, you cannot, no, no. This is the truth. The truth about Joseph Stalin, half man, half ape, super army. Have you heard about that? I watched the Planet of the Apes before, but I didn't like the ones when they came to, because it's kind of gory. It's kind of gory. It really is. Look at this. So the truth about Joseph Stalin's half man, half ape super army. A super army, you all. This is the first I have ever heard about this. Look at this. No! Quit doing that to me. So this article, it says 3/26, March of 2014, science tech, stupid or evil. A mad scientist. See this video right here, probably going to get me banned. Hello. He was completely out of his mind. Look at this, you all. So we've got this right here. I'm going to read this to you. This I know. Yeah. So, in December 2005, the Scotsman newspaper published a story about Stalin's half-man, half-ape super warriors. The Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin ordered the creation of Planet of the Apes-style warriors by crossing humans with apes, according to recently uncovered secret documents, you all. You know how I found this? Because I went and I saw this headline that they said, I'm going to show you the headline I found. This is serious. Now, this is another thing because could you imagine? Watch them not even show it on here, you all. But there was a headline on one of these things said, did they create something like that? That's what they said, but it's not going to let me show it. It's not going to let me show it. But there was a news article that came out today. It's not. So the Soviet dictator ordered the creation of the Planet of the Apes. Moscow archives show that in the mid-1920s, Russia's top animal breeding scientist, Ilya Ivanov, was ordered to turn his skills from horse and animal work to quest for a super warrior, you all. A super warrior, if you're just tuning in. According to the Moscow newspaper, Stalin told the scientists, I want a new invincible human being. Hello. Insensitive to pain, resistance, and indifferent about the quality of food that they eat. In 1926, the Politburo in Moscow passed the request to the Academy of Science with the order to build a living machine. The order came at a time when the Soviet Union was embarked on a crusade to turn the world upside down. That would do it. Of course, it's kind of turned upside down right now. With social engineering seen as a partner to industrialization, new cities, architecture, and a new egalitarian society were being created. You all, if you're just tuning in, hello there, Simon. The Scotsman must have thought that they had uncovered one of the Soviet Russia's darkest secrets. The article went on to detail how Stalin himself financed a scientist, doctor. What did this thing do? This thing is really moving on me, you all. He financed a scientist, Dr. Ivanov, with $200,000 to find out if it was possible to create a human-ape hybrid, the human Z. In order to do this, Ivanov decided, this thing keeps having ads pop up on it. That's about right. I've got it. The scientist, he decided that he was going to impregnate chimpanzees with human sperm with the assistance of the Pasteur, okay, what do you say? Pasteur Institute. Louis Pasteur. Have you heard of Louis Pasteur? He invented plasma, more or less, plasma, Louis Pasteur. Ivanov was able to use the primate facility in Conakry, Guinea, to carry out his experiments. In 1926, Ivanov had 3 chimpanzees, artificially impregnated them at the facility, you all, and penicillin. Yeah. However, the experiment failed. But back in Russia, they said, Ivanov decided to impregnate Russian women with ape sperm. A woman, G, was set to be impregnated, and it wasn't G for Gina, you all. It was not me. To be impregnated with an orangutan sperm. But the donor ape called Tarzan, isn't that interesting? Tarzan died, and the experiment was canceled. In one of Stalin's political purges, Ivanov was removed from office and died not long after. However, you found me, Danny, honey. However, as explained in a documentary on the Human Z, Ivanov was not creating a hybrid ape army, but was attempting to discredit religious beliefs in creationism. That's what he was trying to do. For Ivanov hoped that his experiment in cross-fertilization would prove once and for all the evolutionary theory that man came from apes. The documentary tends to err on the more sensationalist aspect of this story before hurriedly tying up the true story of the Human Z. It includes the tale of Xena, a hairy woman believed to be a 7-foot-tall albino, or an ape human, and the very disturbing Dr. Moreau-like experiments of Dr. Robert White, who transplanted, oh my gosh, that don't sound right. He transplanted a living monkey head on another monkey's dead body in 1970. This is from Stalin. He probably was out of his mind to do something like this, you all. You can see that that video is unavailable to the public. Wow, so could you imagine he wanted to create a super warrior, a super warrior. Do you think after he got through with that one scientist and the scientist failed, do you think he just gave up his efforts? Really, think about it. Did he just give up his efforts in doing that, you all? Probably not. Because let's think about it. We have alien abductions. They abduct human beings. They do. They abduct human beings. They take the women. They take the men. They take the sperm. They take the ovum. And that's how the story goes. And it's real life experiences that people have told about. They say you're a breeder. You're a breeder so they can breed this army. And with different types of, I guess, life form or something, you all, they can experiment on human beings. Is all of that. A mad scientist, you all. That's right, Angel Miss, do not mix the seed like that. But then you have, well, you know what they do to the animals. And you know how you see those stories, like in the Examiner, you be at the aisle, the grocery aisle and the checkout aisle, and you see the Examiner or whatever it was, and it showed these creatures, these beings that were washed up on the beach. That's where they put their failed experiments. And wasn't there an island? What was the island that did it? There was an island in the United States. What do you call that island where they did these type of experiments? I forget the name of it, you all. Really, I really do forget the name of it. And when I saw that stuff, I was like, can that really be real when they do that? Um, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, Danny, he fed his troops. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I don't think I want to know what an amphion is. I really don't think I want to know what an amphium is. I'd like to say amphitheater. How about an amphitheater? Yeah, something like that. I don't even know what a Montauk. Oh, it's in Montauk. Um, yeah. If they came for in okay, if they can think of it for a movie, oh, Jennifer Hill, they already did it. They did. Um, I didn't know about it. I really didn't. He wanted to turn the world upside down, is what he wanted to do. Well, they tipped over his statue. They pulled his statue down in the city, is what they did. Pulled it completely down. That's what the people thought about him. Just pulled it straight down, you all. They were happy to do it. I think that was around the time when we were in Berlin, when the wall came down, when you had Ronald Reagan, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And they were at Checkpoint Charlie, is where they were at in Berlin. But then you saw the Russians over there celebrating too. See, that was really interesting. The east side, the East Berlin, the Russians who controlled East Berlin, they fixed up their territory of East Berlin. But in the other parts of Berlin, in East Berlin, where the Allies were and stuff, the buildings were still in in rubble. They were tore down and stuff. They didn't fix it up, you all. They didn't. Um, and the people lived a very hard life. They really did over there. And it was a sight to see because we went over there to East Germany to look. And you have to, what can you say about it? Nothing. Nothing. It's done and gone. And the two Berlins, they're now united again. So it's one whole country. One whole country now, living in peace and harmony. That's right. That's what we like. Mm-hmm. You've been having a slight head, strangest in the past few. Salut, Ulysses. Anunnaki giants have been making their own. Yes. Are you on not feeling good today? Well, I was feeling tired earlier today. Yeah. So if you're all just tuning in, it's talking about Stalin. I thought, you got to be out of your mind. But he probably had somebody. Did he have that Rasputin? Did he have that Rasputin guy with him? The sorcerer Rasputin? Because I think that something like that was around there, you all. Yeah. Um, have you seen the breaking news? Something is in the sky again. No, I was downstairs in the kitchen putting something in the oven. And then my husband doesn't like what I'm getting ready to put in the oven. So he's thinking of something else to eat. That's okay, you all. Yeah, I'm having a chicken lasagna. Chicken lasagna. I don't mind lasagna. I like pasta and stuff. I do. Yeah. So something was in the sky, right? We're going to have to talk about in the, this was a scary movie. But then they, that's me. They talked about the monkey gods. There was a monkey gods in the, right there, Maya civilization. So, see, that's what's strange. That's what's strange. The Mayan civilization. And then Hanuman, the Hindu monkey god. So they bound to have existed. They have bound to be existed, you all, because there's stories about them. There's stories about them. So it really makes a person wonder. And really, I don't think it's nice to experiment on humans and or animals. I don't. It's not right. It's wrong. So this was, see, look at that. That was his dream. That was his dream, you all. And, oh, I don't even like to think about it. I don't. I don't like to think about it. I don't. But then, we had King Kong. We had the movie King Kong. Um, you know what? If they're coming out and they said the human Z failed, if they're coming out and say that it failed, then it did not fail. That's probably the truth. It did not fail, but they're trying to tell you that it did fail. It's like the rats. It's like the secret of Nim. Okay, like the secret of Nim. They were experimenting on the mice and the rats, and the rats became intelligent and they broke free and they lived under the farmer's ranch and they were getting electricity underground from the farmer. And yeah, they broke out of their facilities and they could speak. They could speak the language. I still have that, whatever, in my ear. Kobe is his, oh, really? You could not wait to see what was up at the Planet of the Apes. Did you like it? Now, granted, I did not like it. It was a scary movie. I didn't like it that, well, when they came back, they didn't like what the humans did to them. They didn't. They didn't like it at all. They didn't treat them nice and they didn't keep their promises. And so they're angry. They were very angry. And it didn't have to end up that way, but it did. It did, you all. Oh my gosh, they couldn't leave it alone. They really couldn't. It's really strange. Do you think? Wait a minute, you all. You think this is a costume? So you have, he created something. Do you think this is real? Right here? Oh, I just read something. I read something yesterday. They said that humans have the ability to grow a full coat of hair on their body, is what they said. Humans have the ability, they still have the ability to grow a full coat of hair on their body. Did you see that yesterday? I don't know where I read it, but I read it. It's still within their being to grow a full coat of hair. They showed the movie with the Statue of Liberty tore down. Every Saturday morning. Was that a series? The Planet of the Apes? I think all I remember is like a movie that came out. Raganov, Portrait of Davos. What? What do you say? I can't see it. Let me see what you wrote. Where is my magnifying glass? Gina, do you got a magnifying glass? I got a magnifying glass over here somewhere. I think it's like right here. Let me get it. I'm going to see what he wrote. Let me see what you wrote on your thing because I can't really see it. Rage Against the Machine. I said, wow, I can really see it now. Portrait of Davos. Wow. Charlton Heston. Davos. Really? Davos. Monkey? I don't know. Well, I can't find it. I don't know if it was a symbol or something that you heard. They were the lunchbox. They had a lunchbox. That's right. The hardest rock on earth is a closed mind. Has got a closed mind. Let me see this. I want to see. Look at this. A monkey on the back of Davos. Did they do that? You all, did they? Um, I didn't watch it. Is it something you could watch? Mork from Ork. Okay, what about Mork from Ork, you all? Was Mork and Unky a monkey? You collected dolls and toys. He said, "Get your Jill Davidson, um, Jim." He said, "Get your DAM hands, filthy paws off of me, you dirty apes." Who said that, Jim? Um, because that's not very. It's really kind of not nice to say. It isn't. Oh, he was Robin Williams. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, I didn't know that about Stalin, that he wanted them to create a super army, a super half monkey and half man army. Super. Oh, that's not nice, is it? Really, that is not nice at all. Wow. Professor Strangefinger. I like saying that. Professor Strangefinger. Do you got a strange finger, Professor Strangefinger? There's just something going on, you all. Anything is anything is possible in this world that we live in. Expect the unexpected, even the things that have totally slipped your mind. You just let it slip. Yeah, we can. Our genes can be changed. They ruled the man and they destroyed the world that we knew. Your first car was a Mustang, and Charlie Angel Mustang looked just like the one in the RV shows. Hmm. See, we got another. Let me do it, Susan, honey. See, I got it. We got it. Boom. See, you're going to come on here and say, Gina, honey, you're a fraud. You're gone. You're blocked. That's right. You are blocked. Yeah, they're doing it right now. Yeah, they're doing it right now, you all. So this is, it's wild. I won't be on here much longer. Men could not speak. Charlton Heston flew in a ship and landed in the future. Really? Hmm. I don't think I want to watch that, whatever, but really think about this. Let me see this. I'm having a deja vu. I really am sitting here having a deja vu with this right here, looking at this. A deja vu. Hmm. I look at, oh, that's my hands. A half human and half human in 1958. Um, a chief engineer. Oh, the movie changed the Kobe. It's the world we live in. Was Rochelle Welch the future? Was it? Um, oh well, you're so welcome. I like to say it. I'm not knowing if this is real or not, you all. If because you know you can't. We got Bigfoot. Okay, we got Bigfoot. Remember Bigfoot? We got Bigfoot. And Sasquatch, and they got families. They got families. And wasn't it said that the aliens, what are the aliens? They used them. They used those beings. They created the beings. The bad aliens created them as a slave. And then they got driven underground to work for the reptilians. Is that how it went? And they're shy beings, and they live in the Himalayan mountains and stuff like that. You got a deja vu, Professor Strangefinger? The Caveman was her first movie. And you know how people find the footprints? The Bigfoot is the offspring of the Nephilim. You know how they find the footprints? And they show it, and they try to make it like they put it in the National Enquirer. Bigfoot sightings, Sasquatch sightings. There are entire websites focused on Bigfoot sightings. Daily updates on Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it, sightings, you all. So what if? What if they did, Joseph Stalin or whoever he had working for him, the aliens, the bad aliens, what if they did do that and they started multiplying and they woke up and they got away, they ran away to save themselves, and they kept multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. What did Rage Against the Machine say? You got this on here? I didn't even get to see it. Rage Against the Machine. Oh, I didn't get to see it. Did he get a comment done? She was in this film, The Caveman, Bigfoot's, an old horror movie. I don't know what happened, you all. I don't. I don't know what happened here. So, Harry and the Hendersons. That's right. Wow. Just think. So what if they were already existing? What if they were already existing? Yes. Hello there, Joni222. Horus. Are you talking about Horus, Seth and Horus? Was that not Seth and Horus? The eye of Horus and the leg of Seth. It's normal course of the sixth world after the wicked ball of the Chewbacca. Chewbacca, you all. Chewbacca. So we're talking about Chewbacca. But this right here, they said Stalin. No, that's an ad. I didn't want to see the ad. I guess that was the end of those pictures. No, they ain't the end of it, you all. So is this a movie or is this real pictures, you all? I don't know about it. Hello. I really don't know about it. You saw a massive ship take off from the sun. The enemy of mine. I don't know. Maybe it's got a costume on, you think? I think it's a costume. I think it's a movie. Okay, it's a movie. He's got a costume on. Okay, you notice how they want to portray them as mean. Okay, they want to portray them as mean. A costume, yeah. They want to portray them as mean. And they wanted to portray King Kong as mean, but King Kong had a soft side to him. He did. So you have King Kong and Godzilla. What if Godzilla was representing the reptilians? Really, what if it was? It was representing the reptilians, and King Kong had enough of the reptilians, is what it's, I would hope we can get a good view. Hot dogs, you're eating hot dogs. Well, the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, the Greys, the alien Greys. The alien Greys are geneticists, are they? They get your, they abduct you, and they take what they want for you so they can create their armies, or they can create their own species. Really, something like that, you all. Yeah. You've seen the Bigfoot so many times, and they speak Russian. Really? The disbeliever, they speak Russian with a mix of Mandarin? Oh, wow. Mm. Godzilla is the reptilians, the Dracos, the exact reason. Oh. Do they really speak Russian with a mix of Mandarin? Somebody said, Gina, you know what? You are so gullible. I've been told that before. I'm so gullible. But that was years ago. Now I think I'm not gullible. Mm-mm. Yeah. So it was created in China. Yeah. Godzilla has found it was Godzilla. Okay, Godzilla. Yeah, that's the reptile. Godzilla, you all. Yeah. So I did not know that. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Remember 1958? Last night in 1957, we were going over the UFOs. All these UFO sightings. We were reading a certain PDF that had several sightings of like the orange like UFOs in the sky and stuff. But the year was 1957, 58. There was a spate of UFOs all over the place coming in from all over the world, and the United States Air Force didn't know how to deal with it. They were being bombarded and everything with the UFOs and stuff in the year of 1958. And look at this movie, Half Human, 1958, you all. So we had all this stuff coming out. So let's think about this. And what in the world of the worlds coming out? So these were probably, I hope that they're not underground, you all. I hope they're friendly. I really do. If there really is an army that was created, I hope that they found somebody, they put some good traits inside of them so they don't come out against humanity. Okay, I hope that yeah, they could be underground. They could. The 1958. That's when all the UFO stuff and all, how they come up with this stuff right here. Ask yourself, where did you come up with the idea to create something like that? Because something came out. Something must have came out of the ground, came from outer space or something, some type of being. Because that, I just now noticed it, you all. That was the title, Half Human. Half Human. Um, you have never heard about Bigfoot? Can make themselves, they can make themselves invisible. Yeah, we can talk about that later too. You all, F&M Crafts about it. Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm probably going to go because I'm probably going to have to go down there and find something to eat. Well, I'm not hungry, but I'm going to eat something light. That's what I'm going to eat. Aw, you're so welcome. A light. You are. Godzilla was a movie and was never made in China. It was Japan. You are China, Japan. Um, yes, we can do it. They cross dimension. I've heard about that, CS, crossing dimension. When I was little, when I was a teenager, me and my friend, we sat on this big gate that overlooked the pasture that was in front of the housing project. You know, it was a pasture. We go through the pasture. We go down into the woods. There was caves and stuff. But we were sitting on this fence thing one day, looking out. It was in the evening. And all of a sudden, she started crying because she said she saw Bigfoot, is what she did. And she was pointing over there in the woods. She saw Bigfoot. And I couldn't see it, but that's what she said when we were sitting there. And then she got off the fence and she went home. And then I went home too. But that was in Indiana when I was a teenager. Um, yeah. Did I believe her? Well, I believed in Bigfoot and Sasquatch. Remember, Gina was so gullible. That was when I was a teenager. The most craziest things I thought, well, yeah, they probably do exist. That's what I felt when I was younger. Really did like if we went to the grocery, I like to look at the national, is it in Inquirer or something? I like to flip through it and see what kind of pictures they had in it because I thought, wow, what if this is really real? It was quite intriguing. I couldn't bring it home, though. I could look at it in the store. Yeah. I don't know if the Bigfoot is evil or good, but I think they depict them as bad. Well, they probably look at humans and say they're bad too. They probably do. They're looking at the human beings and say, you know what, these humans are bad. They can't even get along with one another. They war amongst themselves. The abominable snowman. Yes. Y'all smash that button. Hmm. Yeah. So I'm going to go, you all. It's 5:30. It is. And I'm going to come back tonight. Yeah. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope to see you later. Thank you, Susan B. Honey. Thank you all for your comments. Love you.